Hey guys, welcome to the S Word podcast. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Megan.
I'm Hattie.
And I'm Charlotte.
And Beth is missing right now because she went on her daily run at the time of recording.
Yeah.
We do
Daily
promote
exercise.
your daily exercise, so she will be joining us later. Don't worry about it.
But for right now, it's the four of us.
We're back
Yeah.
again.
Yay! Oh, we haven't done a little
Yay!
Yay!
We're all a bit
Hey, guys.
rusty at all of this because we're haven't recorded for ages,
And it
and
is
B,
quite-
we're doing it over the internet.
Yeah.
So it's a bit strange for us.
Yeah,
It is very different than our usual.
it's quite
setup.
hard.
I mean, we are currently... Yeah, we're currently
Yes.
just all at home, as everybody else should be as well, thank you, unless you're a key worker. So, sorry if there's any, random background noise, because obviously we're all at home, not in a soundproof studio like usual. So, it's just kind of us trying to work this out,
crossed.
but hopefully it will sound okay.
So, yeah, we're all at home and we're recording online and we're hoping it works and we're hoping the audio is good and everything is good because we want to keep creating content to keep everyone happy and give everyone something to listen to and laugh at, hopefully.
During these times, which obviously we're not going to talk about coronavirus for the whole hour of the podcast, but we just want to make sure everyone's staying safe, and we just want an hour of just fun to listen
Agree.
to get your mind off things.
It's actually mad that we're all back home.
Yeah, and we haven't updated anyone on our lives in ages because the last time we recorded was well over a month ago, which is crazy.
We were well in the middle of crazy third year and now we're kind of at the end.
No.
Yeah.
Not the end that we all hoped for.
Yeah, no.
But,
Very anticlimactic.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I literally submitted my disc yesterday and I was just like, oh, done.
You texted me going, it was very underwhelming.
There we go.
Yeah, literally no celebration or anything. It was quite sad, but I mean, we can't dwell on that too much. It's just the situation we're in, and hopefully we will get to celebrate when we're free again.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Free at last.
maybe everyone's taken up some new hobbies. Maybe you've
Yeah.
decided to do something fun while you're in the house because, I'm getting bored of staring at my laptop screen.
Oh, literally.
And I know Hattie really wants to say something right now. Go on, Hattie.
My jigsaw. You've all seen a picture of it. I finally finished it last night. A 1,000 piece, 1 metre long Disney jigsaw. Finished.
1 meter long.
1 meter long.
Can we get a whoop?
It is. That's massive.
Whoop, whoop. Just to put it into perspective, it was 1 meter long.
I've just definitely been.
massive.
It's massive.
I've just definitely been. I've been trying to find hobbies, but I'm a bit of a procrastinator, so I've been just watching YouTube and ridiculous amounts and stuff. I've got to the point where I'm sure you're the same, Charlotte, where I've got nothing left to watch on YouTube. I've watched it all.
Yeah, I've rinsed it. I've rinsed every single bit from my subscription box, every single minute.
Every little bit of YouTube is gone.
I haven't been bored. I've just been trying to keep busy as much as possible because I know otherwise I'll start being really upset about the end of third year and just the whole situation. So I just try to stay as busy as possible, really, because that helps me. But I know for some other people, a lot of other people want to relax and stuff, but I just can't.
Yeah, I haven't been too bad
weird.
either. I've
Yeah,
been alright
yeah.
so far and been keeping myself busy and stuff. And the only time I've been bored or fed up is usual from uni. So when I'm doing uni work, I just feel fed up with it. But that isn't any different.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us still have uni work to complete and obviously finish off our degree. So, despite the fact that this is pretty much the only time I'll ever be locked in my house for an extended period of time, I still can't be asked to do it.
Yeah.
I've got nothing better to do, but I
Literally.
don't want to do it.
I think it's just so it's so depressing being at home doing the work as well, and not having the right environment for it, and it's just very stressful and not considered by a lot of universities or higher institutions. I feel they don't care. I don't know, they're just not showing much care towards students, I don't think.
I think our uni have done a really good job, to be honest. I think they've because I do think, imagine being them and suddenly everything that was planned out for all the students is now just completely fucked, and they probably panic so much. So I think I get like it took a while to inform us of what was going on and stuff, but at least now we know, like we've got like that safety net thing where if you don't know, that's like being introduced in a lot of unis, so that students, it's mostly like third years and postgrads, isn't it, and second years where your degree counts, where now any assignments, is it assignments and exams? I don't even know yet. It is.
I think it's just anything from now onwards can't be any lower can't be any lower than your any lower than any of your grades that you've got so far, sort of thing. So it is good that, because like that shows that
they are considering how much this has affected us, and they do care. But I get it, like I think in terms of the government hasn't really cared about the uni students,
and the uni even said like, oh, we didn't realise that, like they didn't counter in the fact that we were stressed because of the whole situation as well, which would affect our work. And they even like, they sent another email, didn't they, and like put other things in place, like the safety net, saying like, we didn't realise how much obviously it affects work just with everything going on, like not just me having to move home. Do you know what I mean? Like they've taken the stress into it.
But I was just thinking, just in general, there are so many factors. I was talking to my parents about this yesterday, like how being at home is so different to being at uni, and even it's so different for me, and I have like a nice, like I'm very privileged in the fact that I have a nice like space to work in that sense. Like I've got a nice family, do you know what I mean, and they're not really disruptive, like to an extent, but like there are people in a lot worse situations going home that I don't know, there's just a lot worse than me, and I'm struggling, so I can't even imagine how some people are coping.
I definitely miss the library, I won't lie to you. Like I miss, like I think kind of took it, like I hated going when I was at uni, but I took it really for granted, but it's actually such a good space to work in. And now I'm at home, like you were saying, Charlotte, I'm not like you know, I'm not what's the word, I don't have like shit working conditions or whatever. Like if I ask my family, like, look, I need you to just like be a bit quiet now, if you don't mind, like I need to do a bit of work, they won't be like, oh, they'll that's fine, like, and it's kind of all right, but I find it really difficult because of all the home comforts that are around you. Like there's so many distractions at home, family, pets, you know, like being able to just sit and watch Disney Plus, whatever.
Just being comfortable at home is just like I don't have a desk in my room, so I'm like working sat on my bed, or I'm sat at the like table in the dining room, like where everyone is walking in and out and stuff. So it is hard, but I guess we're not in the worst position, and I mean we've just got to deal with it, haven't we? We haven't got a choice.
And just the whole mental side of it as well, like being cooped up, if you don't have a good working condition, like it's just, if you're in a bad mental space, you won't have any motivation to do uni work, so that you have to like factor that in as well. Like some people might be coping fine, like I think I'm okay, but you don't know, like people could be like really struggling mentally, and like even if they have a good working condition, they could be so unmotivated or just finding it really hard to just focus on it with everything that's happening.
I was actually thinking last night about how I really wish I was living in my own house. Like I was wishing that I was living in my own like little flat or something, because I was just so like fed up of, I felt like I was living on top of my family, like we were just on top of each other, and it's just a bit like, oh, I hate this. And then I was like, actually isolating on my own would be horrible, because I wouldn't be able to see anyone. I'd be actually like on my own. You can't like take your family for granted, I guess, even though they do annoy you so much.
And like the fact that, like, obviously it's okay to be upset with the situation, but I'm just trying to calm myself down by thinking that there are so many people like who are worse off. Like I should be really appreciative of like what I've got right now, and like none of my family are ill at the minute, which I'm like feeling really grateful for every day, because I know not everyone is like in a good position right now. So I just am trying to like stay as upbeat as possible, because I feel like I don't have anything to complain about, really. Like
we don't, we actually really don't.
I mean, it's only like being human to complain, like we all complain, but we all understand that we are privileged and that, you know, there are people worse fit, but obviously don't feel guilty about complaining about stuff, because everyone does it. But as long as you're not doing it like on Twitter, like, oh, my life's so bad, do you know what I mean? Like, because it's not. Like, but you have to remind yourself to be positive.
I was going to say, I've been complaining on Twitter about people not social distancing, because that...
Oh, that's fine. You can do that.
That literally drives me mental. Like, I feel like I'm insane. I live opposite like a big park, and I literally look out of my window and I'm like, well, they obviously don't live together, or them lot are sat having a fucking picnic. Like, it's a joke. Yeah. It winds me up so much. Like, I want to go over there and be like, what are you doing? Like, seriously. But obviously I don't have
I've been so angry recently because my mum is considered a key worker, and also she is able to work from home. Like, she can do it, like, whatever. And she's not allowed. She has to keep going into work every day in a hospital as well, like, where she's around nurses and stuff. And I just think it's ridiculous. Like, I think she should be allowed to be like, no, I can work from home, so I'm staying here. But, like, she can't because she could lose her job. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like obviously the government's done an amazing job, but it's things like that where I think someone needs to be put in charge of being like, right, you can work from home, you're allowed. Because at the moment mum's like, I don't want to lose my job over this, but also I can work from home. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that side of it that's also like needs fixing a bit as well.
I feel like even though we're all in the same situation, everybody's got really different circumstances. So obviously, like, for me at home, for some reason my mum is still classed as a key worker, so she has to go to work every day. And I know, like, she knows for a fact that somebody who she works with has had the virus. And it's like, at what point, like, where's the line? Do you know what I mean? Because she can't technically work from home. But for me, I struggle to see how her job is a key worker because she's like an administrator in a aeroplane parts factory.
Oh.
And I understand it's kind of part of the travel industry, but who the hell's getting on a plane at the minute? That's crazy.
Yeah, the travel industry doesn't exist right now.
So it's
that's
weird.
Crazy.
And what's more important, like doing that or being at home to make sure you're safe?
Yeah. But anyway, enough about...
Yeah, fuck COVID. Yeah, let's just carry on. Let's carry on.
Yeah, I was like, let's just stop talking about it because we want to not be talking about it because it's like, we get it, it's fucking shit, we hate it, blah, blah, blah.
Well, to change the subject, I've recently watched one of the best series I've ever seen.
What's
BBC
it called?
One, The Nest. Meg told me to watch it, but I finished it. The finale was last night.
Yeah, I've only watched episode 1.
It's only like 5 or 6 episodes. Watch it. And if you watch Peaky Blinders, Ada is the main character.
I've not seen it, but I know my mum's watched The Nest. It's got the guy in it from Line of Duty, and I really like Line of Duty, so...
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, you need to get that on right now.
Okay. I'll write that down on my list.
It's actually unreal.
The only film I've watched in isolation, because I'm not like a massive film person, I prefer like series or YouTube, but the only film I've watched is the Aladdin from 2019. It's one of my favourites. The one with Will Smith as the genie.
I need to see that.
I fucking love it. It's so jokes.
I actually don't think I've watched any films. Well, we wanted to do like a kind of catch up, each of us, kind of with what we've been, because we've had a gap in the podcast from where we started to get busy with uni and then all of this, so it kind of was a bit impossible to record anything. But now we're back, so we fill you in on what we've been up to. We're all I think we're all at similar places in terms of work and stuff, aren't we? Like, I'll speak for myself. I don't know what everyone's doing, but what have we been doing? So was it since February? Yeah.
Yeah, it was late February
that we finished the podcast, like when we last recorded. So I just submitted my dis yesterday, which is crazy. So that's done. And that's pretty much all I've been working on since February. So now I'm like, shit, I need to do my other stuff. So I've got a couple more assignments and then an at-home exam, which is interesting, but we won't get into that. And then I'm done, but I'm feeling good and I'm feeling positive actually about it all.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar situation. I haven't handed in my dis yet, but that's because I need to I've got one more meeting with my supervisor, but I'm happy with where it's at and everything. And yeah, that's actually all we've been doing, isn't it, since February's dissertation stuff. Wow. But what else have we been up to? Oh, I'm making jewellery now. I didn't start that. That was after the podcast. So, but that's actually the only other thing I can think that has changed in my life since February.
How about you, Lizzie?
Oh, me. Okay. I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my god, me. I handed in my dissertation last week. Well, I finished it last week. I handed it in yesterday properly. Which is shocking me. I won't lie. I'm the worst student in the whole entire world. So when I was reading it back, I was like, oh my God, this is awful. But I'm just going to hand it in anyway because I just don't ever want to see it again. I've got a few more bits and bobs to finish off, but I don't feel like any negative energy from those projects. Like, I feel pretty good vibes. Don't know why I'm pretending to be like Kourtney Kardashian right now, but you know. Apart from one, which is me and Beth are making a magazine, as you all know. We're making it on Adobe InDesign, and Beth's got a Mac and I've got a Windows computer. So when I sent the file over to her, it's all corrupted and she can't open it. So we are unable to design this project, which is a little bit stressful. But I've emailed my tutor. So if he doesn't reply, I'm going to kick off because... So what if you're on your Easter holidays? I'm on my Easter holidays too, darling, but I'm still doing work. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's that.
True.
I've been doing a lot of online shopping because I just feel like sorry for myself, I guess. Ordered some gym stuff that I've not actually used. I've done about one home workout since being on lockdown. And yeah, just watching a lot of films. I actually watched yesterday The Parent Trap, which is a classic.
I love that.
Oh my God.
And there's a new film on Netflix called, I think it's called Love Married Repeat or Love Wedding Repeat or something.
Yeah, I've seen that advertised. Yeah.
I watched that yesterday mainly because it's got MC Grinder in it from People Just Do Nothing. I don't know if anybody's seen like Corrupt FM, but it's like my favourite thing ever. So I watched it.
Nice.
And it was good. So yeah, that's me.
That's so funny. I feel like every podcast episode is Lizzie recommending a shit film. At Christmas there was that Christmas one.
Oh, was it like A Knight's Tale or something? The Christmas film.
I'm not gonna lie, that's just my personality in one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
I love shit films though.
Yeah.
Like I think I actually like shit films more than good films.
Yeah, I'm
like,
always in the mood to watch
shitty,
like,
trashy
hurt my
films.
brain.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like good films make my brain hurt a lot, so I have to
Yeah.
like, be really in the mood for them.
You have to be in the mood for them. But a shit film, you just shove it on and you're away.
Why the hell not, you know? Right, go on, Charlotte.
So I have submitted my disc, which was interesting. I just felt it was really anticlimactic, like this whole third year ending. It was just like, submit my disc, there you go. Like, it just felt really like meh.
Pretty shit.
Yeah,
Let's
forced all of my family to proofread it. Like I printed it all out and they were handing it round to each other and they were like highlighting it all. I was like everyone proofread it. It was jokes. And it was like some weird like conveyor belt thing like between them. And like for like 2 hours they wasted like 2 hours of their life like proofreading my work.
That's jokes.
And then I submitted that and now I've got my dissertation poster that I need to hand in at some point, and then I've got 2 exams which I'm obviously going to be doing at home, so we'll see how that works. But they're expecting us, I think we got an email that we have to like scan, we have to like print out, so they're expecting everyone to have a printer and a scanner and to print out the paper and scan it in because I've got like maths and stuff in my things. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, same. How are you going to do that?
I wouldn't be able to do that. I haven't got a printer.
The printer
well,
like,
I've got a
runs
printer
out
but
of
it's
ink,
broke.
Like it only prints like 4 words.
A very interesting thing.
That's mad. Ours is all
I guess
online.
it's the maths thing that's made them decide to do that because like working out and stuff, because I don't know how you'd work out shit like typing, but I really don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
Do you have a printer?
I know.
Still a bit shady if you ask me.
So yeah, that's it with me.
Do you have a printer, Charlotte?
Yeah, I do, but I'm thinking it's just not really. I just feel like it's unfair for people who don't.
Oh no, yeah, completely unfair. But I just was checking that you did because.
Yeah, no.
I don't really care about you two.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be okay, but I just feel bad for people who don't.
Yeah, that's really unfair.
Maybe they must have something in place for people that haven't got a printer, because they literally can't do the exam. They must have like a plan.
Like even you could take pictures of working out and send them in or something.
I was gonna say, I think you can scan. There's like apps that you can use to scan your work anyway. So like I'm thinking if anyone just did it on a normal piece of paper, surely they don't have to print out the freaking thing. But who knows? I think this is going to be really interesting, like seeing how all these exams work, like online and from home, because
I know
they should be easier.
Sorry, I was gonna say it's.
You go.
I was gonna say it's crazy that it's the first time we're trying something like this, and it's like when it counts the most. So it's like fucking hell.
Yep.
Like if I was in second year, I'd be like, this is annoying, but at least it's not really that deep. But now I'm like, it is pretty fucking deep. But then it also isn't, because it can't negatively affect my grades.
Yeah.
So
I sort of feel really calm about the whole situation, which is really unlike me. Like, I felt really calm, which is strange.
Really calm.
Suspicious, but
yeah.
I think I'll be calm until the day I have to sit an exam for 48 hours in my room.
Yeah.
I think that's when I'll be like, fucking hell.
I should start revising probably.
Yeah. But anyway.
Hope you're all alright.
We could talk about the whole moving back from uni in third year. Once you finished uni was like a big thing anyway. And then now we've had to do it. I mean, Lizzie, you lived at home anyway, but now you're like not going into uni and stuff. It's like adjusting to living back at home and not being at uni before we were even going to do that. Like we weren't prepared anyway. It's kind of mad.
Yeah, obviously for me it is a little bit different because as everybody knows, I commute, woohoo. So I do live at home anyway, but obviously now I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. and go to uni and like so it is kind of a bit easier for me, but like I said before, I'm missing the like resources that we have at uni available to us. Because I usually me and Beth might go and sit in the library for a couple of hours after a workshop and then go home afterwards. So like I'd get work done then and then I can chill at home. But now home's a place where you have to work and chill at the same time.
Which is hard.
A difficult situation, but it's just one of them things. I keep thinking about it now as like now would be on Easter holidays anyway. So
I thought that.
Always be in this situation right now at this second. But obviously it's a little bit different circumstances because we literally cannot leave the house, but you know.
Has anyone got any tips or anything maybe for like working from home or adjusting to being back at home because you've had to move back and stuff?
My top thing for myself, I don't know if it will probably work for other people as well, is I physically cannot do work on my bed. So like you, Meg, I don't have a desk or anything in my bedroom. I don't have you know, like a suitable like working space, I suppose, in my own bedroom. So I always find that going and finding somewhere else to sit and somewhere else to go to do my work, it's a lot easier for me. So like in the morning I'll take my laptop downstairs and I'll go and sit in the kitchen like at the breakfast bar and just smash out a bit of work. And I think it's because obviously your bedroom is so associated with, in your brain, with like chilling out, relaxing. You need to find a different surroundings so that your brain's not in that like I'm chilling out mode. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably one of the best things that's worked for me.
I've been really trying my hardest to keep myself in some kind of routine. Like, I've been trying not to let myself fuck my sleeping pattern up, and because then I'll be lazy all through the day. Like that's how I am with it. Like if I sleep in, I'm then like just like fuck, the day's gone, like and I don't get anything done. So I've been trying to like when I wake up, get up, do something good, and then like do something good, like go and I don't know if I can have like a healthy breakfast or something cringy like that, and then like start work like you say, like in the morning. For some reason I always used to leave doing work until like at least 1 p.m. like that was like my own personal rule. I was like I won't start any work until like 1ish, but now I'm like, well, it's 11 o'clock and I'm ready to do some work, so why don't I just fucking start it now and then I can finish work earlier, like just kind of thing, like just getting on with stuff like things are normal. And kind of like if I was at uni I would be out of the house maybe for a lecture at 11 o'clock and then I'd be like ready to go to the library or something. So I've been trying to stick to a routine and not completely slob out.
The main thing I've been doing is like, sort of sticking in a routine, but more like doing other stuff, like I don't know how to describe it, like other projects as well as uni work, so like something else to keep my mind busy. So like for instance, we've got an attic and I've been clearing it out, like just something to do each day that like makes me feel good after I've done it, even though I haven't done any uni work, if that makes sense. Or like even if it's like tidying the garden a bit, or just tidying the house in general, or just like reorganising my wardrobe, like something like that. I've been trying to do stuff like that because it makes me feel good, And then also, like, because I mean, I'm not motivated to do uni work all the time, so if I'm not, I'll still make myself do something like that feels productive. Like, even like I've been like reorganizing the kitchen cupboards. I did that the other day. Do you know what I mean? Like, just doing something.
I'm gonna say having a little side hustle is quite a good way to keep distracted. But I was like beating myself up the first few days, like, because I was in like an awful sleeping pattern, and I still am. But now I'm like looking at it in a different way. Like, I've got a shit sleeping pattern. Like, I'll just get up a bit later and do the work whenever I feel like it, because I still get it done regardless of what time it is. So I just need to stop being so harsh on myself, because at first I was like, oh my god, I should have done my work by 3 p.m, but like, no, I just work better in the evening. So I think just figure out what works best for you, and then make a routine surrounding what is good for you, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just
and like, it changes, like, so like, at uni I used to be maybe like first, second year, I prefer doing stuff in the morning, and then like I'd go to bed really early. But now, since like third year, I think it's just changed. So like, I go to bed late now. I don't start work until like 2ish, and just work more in the evening. So it does just change. So you can't put too much pressure on yourself for like, I should be doing work in the morning, because it just doesn't work like that. Like, you can't, and if I can't force myself to do work, because then I just produce shit, like, it doesn't work. So you just have to go with how you're feeling.
I still think it's important to give yourself a bit of a break. Like, some days I just wake up and I think, do you know what, I really don't want to do anything today, so I won't. Like, if I can't, if my head's not in the like right mindset, then I'm not going to force myself to do anything, because like you say, if you sat and just trying to do work, it won't turn out good. So like, obviously you need to get stuff done.
I've had so many days off.
Like, force yourself if you know it's not going to be any good, because there's not really much point.
Yeah, exactly. And I find that when I am in the mood for it, I get so much done. Like, say within 2 hours, I get loads done, compared to if I was forcing myself to 2 hours, I'd be watching like YouTube, like not doing anything for 2 hours. Like, so I know that I will get it done, sort of thing, like Charlotte was saying. But because I'm not in the mood now, I just, what's the point? That's how I've been doing. But
so I think the kind of key thing is to maybe like recognize that your whole life has changed quite a lot. Like, everyone's lives have changed a fuckload, so it's going to take you a while to like figure out what works best for you. So if you're like sat at home and you're thinking, shit, I haven't done any uni work for like 3 days, like, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, just let yourself have time off. And then, like, I notice myself, like you say, I'll have time off and then suddenly I'll be like, oh, I actually fancy doing a bit of work. Or like, you get an idea for like something to write in an essay, and then you like get in the zone. Like, you just have to let yourself maybe step away from work and then get back into it, because you just have to
I agree.
like, be kind to yourself, because everything's changed for everyone, so especially third years.
Hope you'll feel bad for us.
Especially third years like us.
Has anyone else found anything new, or like something they've implemented into their daily routine, or just something new that they didn't do before lockdown?
I've been going for like dog walks most evenings, like 7-8 o'clock. It was like a bit earlier in the afternoon, but then now we're going a bit later, and it's nice, because it's like every day I know I'm gonna go, and we do like a similar walk every day, and it's just really relaxing, just to like, sounds cringy, but like the fresh air and stuff, like, it just gives you like a bit of a break from everything, and it's a nice routine. And when I get home, I'm like tired, so then I will fall asleep. So it is quite good. I enjoy walks.
It's not really a new thing, but it's not something I would have done like when I was home. So like, obviously I used to love cooking at uni, and I did it a bit before, but whenever I came home for weekends or Easter, obviously if mum was cooking, I just wouldn't even think about it. But now I've been like, right, I'll cook tonight, I'll find something, because it gives me something to like plan. And then at like 5 I'd be like, oh, I'll stop doing whatever I'm doing now, and I go and like prepare dinner or whatever, and it gives something to do. So I've been doing that a lot more than I like would if I was just coming home for Easter. I probably wouldn't have done it at all.
I've been going on walks as well, most mornings as well, with my mum, because she, like I said earlier, she's a key worker, so she's back at work now, but she'd already booked off like time off ages ago for last week. So last week we went on a walk most mornings, because we live near like a trail kind of thing. Like, it's literally right on the doorstep, like a woodlandy trail. There's like streams and stuff. So we just go for, I don't have a dog or anything, but we just go for a little walk to get out for the day, because I find it really breaks the day up, because if you stay at home all day you just get so bored. Like it's nice to do, to sort of split up the day.
And the weather's so nice now. It's suddenly got like
how annoying is that?
Weather.
I'd been cooking as well. I've started, me, mum and my sister have started like dividing up the menu. Like we each cook like 2 or 3 days a week. So then it's like, oh, I'm cooking tonight. That means that's part of my routine for this day. I'm going to cook dinner for everyone, which feels nice. And it makes you feel like more independent and stuff, because you're like, I'm cooking dinner.
And mum knows that when I cook dinner I say like, I'm going to clean the kitchen. She knows not to come in because I just want to do it, like listening to music, do it on my own or watching something.
Yeah, that kind of makes you feel like you're at uni.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You're cooking for yourself. Even though I used to hate cooking for myself at uni, now it's like making me feel like I'm still like a bit independent and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was going to say, I've been doing yoga, which I never used to do, which I know sounds so pretentious, but like it's actually really like, I find it really calming for me, and like I wanted to work on my flexibility for ages, but I just wasn't doing it because I was like procrastinating and doing other things and like prioritizing like uni stuff. But like now that I've got like extra time, I've been doing like just a 20-minute yoga thing, like on YouTube. Yoga with Adrienne's amazing. She does like beginner stuff, expert stuff, like a complete range, and she just has a really relaxing voice and just makes me feel grounded. Which sounds so annoying, but it just makes me feel like appreciative of life, and like I don't know, I just really like spiritual people at the minute. I just find them really calming, and I'm just like, oh, listen to them like being all zen and stuff, you know.
I never realised, because I did yoga a bit in like the beginning of 3rd year, and I found it so relaxing. I loved it, and I never realised the whole spiritual part of yoga. I thought it was all just like the whole making the shapes and stuff, whatever, but then it's actually like so relaxing, because the instructor like speaks to you. If it's like on a YouTube clip or whatever, they're like, and breathe, and like think about this and think about that, like all like calming things. Like I tried to do it every day, but I just kept forgetting, so I've been doing it like when I've been feeling stressed, I'll do it, and it really works.
I might have to give it a second chance, because when I did it at uni, it never it like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like I expected to be like really calming and stuff. But I feel like if I started it now and get you guys to recommend some stuff, I might try and do it again, because I feel like if it's in my own home, I never did it at home, so that could be why that I wasn't like that calm. So I might have a go at that again.
It is nice. And she's like, press your heart into the ground, and like just like stuff like that, and it's just like, okay, and anything you say, Adrienne, you know, it just makes you feel really good.
And she like goes, she's like, notice anywhere in your body where it feels tight.
I've been watching, it's called Some Good News on YouTube, by John Krasinski, who's like the main guy in The Office. Don't know if you've seen The Office. And I just watched it because I liked him, because I love him. But it's like each one is like 15 to 20 minutes long, and it's just filled with really positive news from like, it is about the situation that's happening, but nothing bad. Obviously it's all like success stories. It's all like, there's a video from a nurse saying like, look, we got all these presents today. Do you know what I mean? It actually puts me in such a good mood, and I really look forward to every time he uploads, and it's hilarious. It gets like loads of celebrities involved, like they surprised one young girl with the whole cast of Hamilton singing to her, just stuff like that. It's just, I would really recommend it, even if you don't like John Krasinski, because it doesn't matter. I really would recommend that, because it literally makes me so happy after I've seen it.
I don't know, I literally haven't really been watching anything different. I've been getting really into house renovation videos, so like watching people do their like reveals of like their new kitchen and stuff. It literally is my favourite thing at the moment. I love it. That's like what I've been watching on YouTube.
I watched that, but with Sims. I watched the same, but with Sims. Like, I'm just Sims house building.
I think it's because I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh, that's how I do my house, and then I'm like imagining I'm living in this beautiful house that's my own, instead of this like where I am stuck in lockdown with my family. That was a joke, everyone.
TikTok addiction. I should probably mention that I'm addicted to TikTok, and I need some good help. So if anyone has any tips to cure the addiction, you can just slide into
I've been
DM.
addicted to watching them. Like, that's part of my routine. I should really like make a list of what my routine is, because I'll like go downstairs to start work, and I'll be watching TikToks for an hour, and then I
just
start
let
work.
It happen. Let it happen.
Yep, I spent like 8 hours learning the Aladdin choreography yesterday.
I love it. And Charlotte always sends me the one she's like learning, and I love it. But I used to watch ones that like you guys sent me, like you guys and my cousin Maddie would just text me them, and I used to watch those. But I don't know why I never like would go on it for an hour, but now I do. So that's happened. I guess that's a new thing in my life.
It's just so addictive. Like, I'll get on there and I'll be like, I'll just go on here for like 10 minutes or something. And then it's like an hour later and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what? Didn't mean to do that.
It's so easy to just flick through the minute. You just get lost.
There's just so much content on there. It's just
funny.
an app that's thriving right now. And I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah.
It really is.
And also,
Yeah.
people are so like creative and funny. Like, it's literally Vine 2.0, and I was absolutely obsessed with Vine. Like,
Me
Vine was
too.
my favourite thing in the whole world, right?
Me too.
And I just love this. It's the same vibes. It's the same laugh.
Yeah.
I'll get on it before bed. I'll be laid in bed like, hey, I'll text everyone like, hey, I'm going to sleep. No, I'm not. I'll be awake for the next 2 hours.
Exactly. Hey, I'm
Like,
going to sleep.
prime time to upload a TikTok's 2 a.m. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I had like a spur of the moment. I had the spur of the moment stupid thought, and like
So
me and my
true.
brother filmed like a stupid TikTok the other day, and it's on like 20k views. It was like the most just stupid thing.
Yeah.
And then all the shit that takes me ages to make like just gets like 1 view, so it's an absolute liberty.
Oh, man.
Not gonna lie, the only thing that goes through my head like
Yeah.
24/7 is, this is for Rachel, you big fat white nasty smelling
Big
fat
fat
bitch.
white nasty smelling.
Mine at the moment is Carol Baskin.
Baskin killed her husband.
Killed her
whacked him.
husband, whacked him.
That's what we should call this episode.
You can't convince me that
I haven't
it
even
didn't
seen
happen.
it. Like, I haven't even seen it.
It's so funny. I was literally saying that all day yesterday.
haven't
Like,
watched The
Carol
Tiger
Baskin was
King.
everything I was saying. Like,
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
and I watched half an episode of Tiger King and didn't like it. I watched half an episode, and apparently the first episode, everyone was confused what was going on, and then if you carry on watching, you like get addicted. I think episode 3, Carol Baskin comes in.
Okay.
So, that's probably when it gets.
Maybe I'll start from then. Carol Baskin.
What's that thing what she says? She goes, hey all you cool cats and kittens.
Wait, can we name our podcast that? Can we name the episode that?
Yes! Oh my god, that's the title. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Cool cats and kittens.
Oh my god, we got really off topic
Kidding.
now.
Yeah, what was we even talking about? I genuinely can't remember.
It was stuff we recommend.
funny.
I would
don't
say,
remember.
yeah, like
TikTok.
how that
TikTok.
positive news thing Hat
TikTok.
watches. TikTok's very similar because it's just all funny shit. Like, even if it's about coronavirus, it's funny coronavirus,
Yeah, that's
so it
true.
makes you laugh.
Yeah. Funny coronavirus. Or
funny.
that could be the episode
Yeah.
name, even if it's
No,
coronavirus.
that sounds so bad
Funny
out of context.
coronavirus.
Coronavirus is very serious. I'm not joking, but
It's like Kylie
It
Jenner where
makes-
she goes, hey guys, coronavirus is real.
Yeah, but like it makes everything a bit more
Like,
Thanks,
lighthearted.
yeah,
Kylie.
Kylie, I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
a real thing, guys.
Ridiculous.
I love Carol Baskin.
That Kardashian fight
Huge episode.
was
yeah.
mental.
I bloody loved it.
We should also mention our big news. Is everybody clocked on to what I'm talking about?
Yes, I have. So our favies. So
Someone
our
talk about it.
Our fave people in the world, Lounge
Oh,
Underwear,
yeah.
mentioned
I
us.
didn't at first.
Mentioned us in their positive podcast to listen to during lockdown, which we were pleasantly surprised and extremely shocked about. It was just like in our requests.
Yeah, we were
on
shook.
DM, we were like, sorry, what? Lounge Underwear, what the fuck? And then, yeah, they basically asked if we were happy for us to feature, essentially, weren't it? They like asked us if it was okay if we could be featured in their blog post and like Instagram stories, and like who else was on there? Like some mad people.
Yeah, the receipts, Fern Cotton, Jamila Jamil. There's that body image one that I follow on Instagram, and I was just like, this is crazy. It was crazy because of how much like it's just us five. Us five in the Alfred Tennyson building. Ew.
I honestly, when I saw it on the like records, I was like, that's a joke. That's a fake account. Like, who the hell would want us to be on live? And then I clicked on the account, and it was like 1.3 million followers. I was like, oh my Jesus, Mary and Joseph, guys.
Yeah, I was well scared.
So, lounge underwear, if you're listening,
We love you.
love you guys.
And I saw it, and then I put on the tag, but someone else needs to respond because I'm too scared. Like, I don't trust myself. I'm so scared.
It was like a really proud moment. I was well proud of us, and I still am.
Should we all say our addresses so we can
Huge.
send something?
Yeah.
It is amazing. I don't think they've realised how much of like an opportunity they gave us because they were just like, oh, do you want to be part of it?
Yeah.
Very proud of
it's
us.
like massive.
But yeah,
Go us, woo.
that's our huge news.
My mum didn't realise how much mum didn't really react until I told her that Fern Cotton was also mentioned in it. Then she knew. It was a big deal.
Yeah, that's what I had to say to my mum too, to give it a bit of like something to reference.
Street
it
cred.
against. Yeah.
Got major street We've got major street cred now, girls. Hey, all you cool cats and kids.
Oh hell yes.
It's just so weird though, because like just us making up this random idea, like, and we just wanted it to be like a funny thing to do, like outside of uni, like how it's just suddenly been recognised by such a big brand. It's really weird. Like, how did you find us?
But then it also resonated with me. Like, somebody clearly relates to us. Someone clearly finds us quite funny, which is quite flattering for me because that's kind of what I pride myself on. Because I'm an attention seeker. But it's just weird, like, because it means that. Because sometimes I just forget that people listen to us because we are just chatting away, like we are just literally chatting shit, right? Somebody's listened to that and thought, do you know what, they're decent, and that's a bit wild.
It's wild.
Yeah,
it's very wild. Almost as wild as Carol Baskin.
Carol.
yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Carol Baskin killed her.
I hate myself. I was going to say, should we move on to the questions and stuff we got on our DMs?
Yes.
I mean, I think we did have one about quarantine routines, which we've said earlier in the episode, and tips for motivation and stuff like that. But we've got one about relationships during lockdown and not being able to be with your other half.
Yeah, that's a solid question.
Well done if you asked that one. Solid.
I think this obviously very situational, like, compared to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, how long you've been with someone and, like, I don't know, or just, like, the current situation. Like, I wasn't with my boyfriend anyway whilst I was at uni, so it didn't really matter to me. Like, it's, like, the exact same situation, so I'm just, like, it's not really affected me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's all very subjective because some relationships are used to being distant and some aren't at all. So
for me, it's only been a couple months, so it's not that different because I was at uni as well. But I just would say for people that are struggling, like those who have been in like 6-year relationships and are really finding it hard or whatever, you actually see a positive thing on it. Like, you do need to, like, I always really believe that you need to learn to be really like comfortable in your own space and like enjoy it. So maybe just like if you are struggling, focus on that. Think like, I'm not like waiting for this to be over so I can go back. Like, think maybe this is a time that I can like learn to really like enjoy my own space and stuff, because you can.
Personally for me, because I live at home, I usually see my boyfriend like every day, so it's quite weird. It's weird, but I don't want to sound like a bitch or anything, but I'm quite independent. I'm quite happy like in my own space. Like, I'm a bit of a loner. Like, I like being on myself anyway, so it's like, obviously I miss him. I'm not going to be like, I don't miss you at all. I miss him. But it's
not a problem.
Just something that we've got to get on with. And like, we do FaceTime every day, and like we're still chatting to each other most of the time, so it's not that different. It is. It's really really different.
Yeah, it helps like that everyone that's in that situation, like everyone that doesn't live with their partner is in the same situation, so you don't feel like, if you remember that, it kind of makes you think, oh, like, you just gotta do it, haven't you? Because I think it'd be worse in like if your partner moved away and whatever, like, and it was just you, and you know what I mean? Like, I think the fact that it's like a whole thing that everyone's going through makes you feel a bit more like, well, I can do it if everyone else is doing it, like, kind of thing. Even though, yeah, it is shit, and like you have to.
Yeah. I feel like if I was in sixth form and like how I was back, if this was happening whilst I was at sixth form and I was seeing Aiden every single day, I feel like I would have found it more of a struggle. Like, but that's essentially what happened when I moved to uni for the first time and had that long distance anyway. So I feel like it's just basically like adjusting to a long distance relationship essentially, because you physically can't see each other. So it's just like finding things that work for you. So if FaceTiming someone every day helps you, then do that. But then also make sure you've got time as well to yourself. Like, I just think it's all different, isn't it? Like, some people are more like prefer being with someone else constantly.
I think one weird thing that's happening for me during this specific period is that it's Dom's 21st birthday on Friday. So I'm not going to get to see him, which is really sad. And obviously because, well, he's not that bothered. He's like, oh, I didn't want to do anything anyway. I wasn't bothered. But for me, like, I love birthdays. Like, birthdays are big for me. So it's kind of sad that I won't get to see him on his birthday. But I've ordered him... Well, I ordered some stuff for him and I've had it delivered to his house because I thought I don't want to get it... I'm not going, like, I don't want to leave the house unnecessarily when I can just get it delivered to your house. So, like, I've got him some prezzies and I've sent his card over there. So I'll probably just FaceTime him on his birthday when he gets up so he can open his prezzies and stuff. But that...
Yeah, it's all about adjusting. And I think maybe in the long run, for relationships where you're, like, living in each other's pockets, maybe learning to be happy independently might be a good thing in the long run, because you never know, like, in the future you might have to face something where you're not together every single day. So it'd be good to be used to that, even though obviously it's hard, but you just got to look at the positives in it, I guess.
I do think it's healthy to spend time apart. Like, it's not natural, unless you live together, obviously, that you spend every single day together. Even though me and Dom do see each other every day, but not all day, every day. Do you know what I mean? It's...
Yeah.
Useful though, I was gonna say, I think it could be quite useful though, like, to test a relationship. Like, you might actually realise you prefer being on your own and sorting yourself out, like, and you might not need someone else to help you do that or something. Do you know what I mean? It could be quite a eye-opener for some people too.
And just put it in perspective, like, it's not going to be forever. You've got, like, your whole life. This is just a little bit, you've just got to, get through.
Yeah, so I guess maybe look at it and find positives in it, and, like, remember that every single person that isn't living with their partner is in the same situation, so makes it a bit easier. There's another question which is pretty much aimed at Lizzie, I think.
I don't know what to say.
Did any of you... It's nothing crazy. Did any of you not enjoy your degree? And if so, how did you get through it?
Thanks for bringing that up, guys. Yeah, me. I didn't enjoy my degree at all. Still not enjoying my degree. Still not enjoying my uni experience.
Still not.
But I think it's just one of them things where I kind of knew for definite in second year that my degree subject is not something that I wanted to go into as a career, which is fine. I've said before, I was really close to dropping out. Like, I literally went through all the student services and everything to go through the process of dropping out. But there was something in me that just thought, do you know what? I'm this far through now. I just kind of want to get it finished. And there's a lot you can take away from a degree, even if you didn't or don't enjoy it. You still get a lot of skills. Like, I'm so much more confident now than I used to be. Better, like, communicating with other people. I mean, I've always been quite, chatty and confident anyway, but, like, it just kind of elevated what I already thought was there. It was just, obviously wasn't. I think try and focus on the positives that are going to make you a better person when you come to the end of it. But obviously weigh up your pros and cons. If you think that going through with your degree when you really hate it and it's really taking a toll on, like, your mental health, or it's taking a toll on the way that you feel, then weigh up your pros and cons. And if there's not any positives to it, then don't carry on. Like, I think for me, it also felt nice to know that Beth was in the same shoes as what I was. Like, she doesn't like journalism either. She doesn't like the degree. But because we were kind of both in it together, it just made it so much easier because I knew that she was thinking exactly the same thing as what I am. And even now, we'll be like doing some work and she'll text me saying, what the fuck is this all about? And I'll be like, do you know what, Beth? Don't have a clue, so I'm glad you don't either. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've got, that's also a good thing, like, if you hate your degree but you've got friends on your course, like, that's a nice thing. I don't know, it's just, and I'm also sure you can, if you really wanted to, you could stay at uni, but can you change course? Is that possible to do?
And there's no shame in dropping out, like, there's nothing, like, it's fine. Exactly, you've tried it. It's good.
How are you supposed to know that you're going to like it or not? Like, until you're there.
You wouldn't have, if you had dropped out, Lizzie, you would never have been in a podcast that's featured on lounge underwear.
So true. I mean, I haven't had any free pants yet, but like,
we're working on it.
Just kidding, lounge.
We're not kidding. We're not kidding.
I'm trying to play it cool, Charlotte.
So I'd say, what did we say? Like, if you're not enjoying a degree, try and find positives in it that are outside of the subject.
See if there's anything that you do enjoy from it. People, skills that you get in.
Because I mean, like, my actual, like, course was probably the part of uni that I enjoyed the least. Like, I think it's quite normal that, I mean, there are people I know that absolutely fucking love their course and are like, I love what I'm learning. But, like, I there was modules I fucking hated and, like, assignments that I was like, oh, this is hell. So, like, I'd say, that probably was my least favourite part of uni. So maybe you might not enjoy but I still enjoyed what I was learning. But in comparison to, like, living on my own and living with friends and being independent and growing different skills, maybe don't put so much pressure on having to really, really, really love your degree. But obviously, if you hate it,
I think that's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's rare to like love every part of your degree. Yeah. There's always going to be something in there that you hate.
Yeah.
I do think...
So maybe...
Sorry. I do think it's different depending on also what stage of your degree that you're in. Because if you're in first year, literally the start of first year, you've got so many options to, like, carry on and do something different. But if you're, like, I don't know what... Hey!
Hi everyone, sorry I'm late, I'm here.
Oh my god.
You made it.
Right, this is... Beth, you can also answer this question. We're just talking about if...
Oh, stunning, couldn't have joined her a better time. Through it. I don't even know, Lizzie, I think it's just because I had you and, like, me and Lizzie were in the same boat and I knew that, like, I didn't dread going to uni as much, like, if Lizzie was there kind of thing. And, like, if I was dreading it or, like, struggling with something, just text Lizzie. And I think just, like, making sure you have a friend there. And even if she doesn't relate, like, having someone on your course that you can go to kind of thing. And I know that's not easy for everyone, but for me, definitely having Lizzie, because we were in the same boat, made it a lot easier.
It's just one of them things that we had to get through, and it was just like, do you know what? Like, when we get to the end... Me and Beth were the worst students on our course, I'm telling you now. We literally don't know shit, okay? But we're almost at the end, and I'm telling you now, at graduation, wow, it'll be the best thing ever.
Yeah, definitely. Just for me and Lizzie, it was like we kind of just went and just knew that we weren't really going to do anything with it, and we could just get through it together kind of thing.
Are we graduating?
I mean, as long as it doesn't get cancelled.
But anyway, we've also... Another question we've been asked. It's not really a question. It just says best friend betrayal. Wait, sorry.
Meg, you've really gone off there, hon. I can't hear it.
So another question we was asked was about best friend betrayals.
No tea, no shade. Right, do you know what I was thinking, though? When I saw those questions, it's like one of them says best friend betrayal, and then the one next to it was dating your best friend's ex. And I was like, are they friends?
Oh my god, no, me and Lizzie actually fully could talk about this. Okay, so I guess me and Lizzie can kind of... Well, we have a bit of a story. I'm not going to name drop, but I feel like everyone already knows this story anyway. So me and Lizzie and this other girl were really close in first year. By the way, Lizzie, cut in if you feel like I'm telling it wrong or I've missed something out. So we were really close with this girl in first year, and we signed on a house together for second year. And I think when we moved in together, that's when we kind of realised that, wasn't really that great.
Things just weren't right.
Because I think when you live together, you're together obviously all the time, and you kind of see another side to a person that you don't see, that when you only obviously see them for like an hour a day in a lecture kind of thing. And then I don't even really know what happened. I think it was because I started going home a lot more in second year, like every weekend, and Lizzie went home every weekend, and this other girl, she was just there like all the time. And obviously I do feel bad that she was by herself a lot, but I think she kind of maybe resented me and Lizzie a little bit. And then now, like, if we pass her at uni, obviously, because me and Lizzie live at home, like, she'll just blank us, and it's just really awkward and uncomfortable. I don't even know if that's really a betrayal, but it's kind of like a situation where you like someone you were like best friends with just doesn't want to speak to you anymore, maybe. But I don't really know how we dealt with it, because we just don't really speak to her. I mean, she blocked me on everything.
It really reminds me of like going on holiday with like a friend, like for a long period of time, and then you realise you can't live with them because they're like so different, like living with them rather than being with them for a couple of hours.
And then the last one, I feel like we can all just have a unanimous answer for this, and anyone that does not have the right answer is cancelled from the group.
I'm cancelled. I think I'm cancelled.
What's that, Meg? I've just seen her toes.
Dating your best friend's ex, all the do's and don'ts.
Oh my god, wait, no, I actually do kind of have a situation. Okay, but mine's kind of not me, it's more Ben. So I used to see one of Ben's like best mates, and then obviously I stopped seeing him, and then I got with Ben. I don't watch Charlotte's tea.
No, mine's not that deep. It was just I listened to a podcast the other day, and you know Joe Weller? Does anyone know? Yeah, Joe Weller.
Oh, yeah.
So he was going out with this girl, and then his best mate got with her the next year. And like now they're married or like now married or engaged or something. And he said it was really difficult to deal with, but he had to like come to the terms and be mature about it and say, well, if they're better suited, like I don't think they were best mates, so I think they were like close friends, but not like I sort of got what he meant. He like had to just come to the terms with they were a better match, and like you don't want to stop them from being happy as well, although it's like obviously rough. But like definitely. I don't know, I don't think you could keep the like friendship up.
Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. Like, I would just say I was thinking a bit more like whether I would do that or not, and I would say absolutely not.
Yeah, I couldn't know.
It's just saying dating your best friend's ex, all the do's and don'ts. So I don't really know what they're asking. Just don't do it. Like,
but I mean, for me personally, I don't see how this like could ever be an issue in my friendship, because we all go for so different people. I just genuinely think, I don't want to like no tea no shade, I don't want to slag anyone off, but if you are genuinely going for your like best friend's ex-boyfriend, then fuck you.
We need to reply to that with a question like, what happened to you, then we can sort it out.
Yeah, like obviously we don't know the full situation, so I don't want to like slag you off, but I think you really need to think about what you're doing, because
it depends. I guess it depends how long they've been together, maybe. Because if they were only like speaking for like 2 weeks, then I'd say maybe it's not that deep. But if they've been together for like 6 years and she was like in love with him and then he cheated on her, then definitely not. Sorry, just giving a scenario.
It's like, hey, hon, I was just thinking about going out with your ex-boyfriend. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, go ahead, babe. Like, no, fuck off.
Just wondering if you're okay with that, babe. Like, obviously she's not going to be okay with it. You get a grip. Like, friendship is so important.
Hey, hun, I just wanted to shag your ex.
I think as well, I don't think I could, because it's like, you also have to think about the relationship you have with, so right, I'm just going to use an example, obviously. So Charlotte and Aiden, I see Aiden as like a friend, and I could not see him as anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, apart from, I just could never do it. Like, because he's now like, just good for you, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you spend that much, if it's your best friend's boyfriend and you're gonna see him a lot, so I think you become friends with them. So that it depends on that, but if like, it depends on that relationship you have with them, whether like you are friends with them or it's a close friend and you don't really see him, and then the next year you see this boy and you didn't really know him before. Do you know what I mean? Like,
if you want some more advice, maybe DM us a bit more of the situation. Like, how long were they together, and then we can take it from there.
Well, in that case, maybe Beth, you should go through your quarantine routine. catch us up on what you've been up to.
Okay, so hi everyone. I mean, my sleeping pattern is just actually non-existent. I go to sleep at like 3 a.m. and then I wake up at like 12, and then I think that's kind of a good thing though, because then I feel like the day goes really quick. And then I attempt to do some uni work, but it just never happens, because I don't know about you lot, but I literally am so unmotivated. Like, I just don't understand how we're just expected to get on with it. And like, Lizzie, have you said about the magazine?
Oh yeah, I've mentioned the magazine, but you can go into some more if you want.
Well, it's just a mess. Like, we're meant to be doing a group project, and it's just like, well, how the hell is that going to work now? Because, it's just horrible. And I'm not going to lie, I literally just cry all the time because I just want to go out. Like, I haven't seen my mum for like 4 weeks because Ben's like high risk, so he's not allowed out for like 12 weeks. So I've obviously, like, when it started, I was with Ben, so my mum's at her boyfriend's as well, so I haven't seen her, and it's literally just, I'm not going to miss, we just want to cry. But my cousin lives next door to me, so I just like speak to her through the window. And we just like sit at the windowsill and like have drinks. So I guess like, and FaceTime and stuff's really good for like keeping in contact with like your family and stuff. But it's really hard, and I'm so sad as well about uni, like the fact that we're not going to ever get to go back. Like, I know I hated it so much, but like the fact I'm never going to get to go and like sit in a last lecture. When I sat in my last lecture, me and Lizzie like left half an hour early because we wanted to go to the library. That's much. Literally, and I'm like, why did I do that? Because I'm never going to get to go back. And then I'm also, I don't know if any of you feel like this, but I feel like, you know, when we get our final grades, I feel like it's not going to be a true reflection of what I could have done. And then I just feel like when I go for jobs, it's just going to look like, oh, well, she graduated when it was Corona, so it's not actually like how she actually performed at uni. And then it's just, oh my god, it's just horrible. And when it first started, I was like making jokes about it because I just thought, wow, everyone's just being so dramatic.
True. I feel like everybody's come like dead far from when it first started. When it first started, I remember being at work serving customers just being like, coronavirus, it's just a cold. And now everybody's like it's so major. Dramatic.
It's so big. And I think not knowing when we're even going to be allowed to like go out again is making me so anxious. And when I go to supermarkets, it just makes me want to die. Like, it's just so long. Well, that's actually such a lie, because I haven't been to a big supermarket, I've just been to like a little shop. But even there, like, there's social distancing, and I'm so stupid, right? Because you know that most of them have like a one-way system. I just forget, and then I just like go the other way, and I'm like, oh my god, are you not meant to do it? Like,
something you're doing.
It is weird, isn't it? Because I went on a walk with my mum the other day,
in the same boat,
and there was literally a bouncer on the door of Co-op, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. You can't go in, one person in, one person out. Fucking somehow. But it makes me feel better that we're all in the same boat, obviously, with like finishing uni.
Yeah, I was going to say, to end on like a positive note, Beth, how would you what was your advice for keeping positive? We've all given ours, so give some advice and how you're coping and what have you been doing?
I was just going to say, have a routine. Like, my routine's so bad, like I get up late and stuff, but then I try to kind of have like a structure to the day, like go out for exercise. Even if it's just for a walk for like 20 minutes, it does make you feel a lot better because you're not just staring at the same 4 walls. I think trying to be productive with uni work, although it is really hard, I feel like if I've done a bit, like I hadn't done my dissertation the day and I was like, wow, I actually feel like I've done something productive. And this is going to sound so stupid, but like I'm really struggling to eat. Like, I'm so unmotivated to eat, so I'd say like try and eat like 3 proper meals a day, because then you feel. So I literally, it'll get to like 6 o'clock and I'll be like, god, I haven't even eaten anything yet, and then I'll just eat chocolate and it's like, oh my god, that's so bad. Yeah, I don't know, try and have a routine, I'd say, and do exercise, because that would definitely help.
Yeah. Well, we can kind of round things up here. We've been recording for quite a while now. Charlotte's going to have fun editing.
Stay safe, guys.
Yes, and stay happy.
Stay safe.
And thank you to the NHS.
Stay inside.
Download TikTok. Download TikTok. That's also another major key message.
Oh my god, yeah. Shout out to
Okay.
Hey, bye all you cool cats.
Yeah, bye all the cool cats.
Bye. Carol Baskin.
Bye. I'm kidding.
Hey, all you cool
bye. What are we saying? Bye? I don't know.
Bye.